Hey guys, welcome. Another episode of Motley Craft here. I'm your host, John Megacycle, here to bring you a bit of an update, how we're doing on the server, how everything's going with that. Also, a bit of a few personal updates, a bunch of changes to my realm here, Megacycle realm. A lot of good stuff coming down the pike, especially with 1.5 going to be released tomorrow being Wednesday. Really looking forward to that. A lot of changes, a lot of good mods, a lot of good stuff, a lot of good code cleanup, especially with Redstone. A lot of new tools, a lot of new devices, a lot of new machines we're all looking forward to on the server. Going to be building some pretty amazing stuff. The hopper, certainly a piece that we've been looking forward to ever since they introduced it. Um, oh man, I don't even know where to start, to be absolutely honest. Item elevators with the dropper. That's going to be pretty awesome as well. Automatic things all over the place. So we've got a lot to look forward to. Very excited. So this is about my last 1.4 episode update here. Just wanted to give a quick idea of where we're all going and stuff like that. So you might have noticed, or maybe it didn't. Either way, I've infested my area with trees. Every type of tree I have, actually. So even though I've got my tree farm over there in the corner, I've got spruce, I got birch, I got the oak tree farm, and I got jungle wood as well. So I'm trying to amass a bunch of resources. I've got a bunch of little projects in mind, but they're going to take a lot of resources to really get off the ground. So what I've done is, yeah, see, jungle, I got everything here. To really get started, I started with lumber. Lumber's the easiest thing I can think of that I can mass produce, especially with an axe like this. Man, you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. So I'm just going to pick up a few more resources here, and I'd like to give you guys a new tour of inside the base. I've done a lot of work on a project, very happy with, so we'll get to that in a minute. Aside from that, the crew here has been pretty happy with Cluster Chunk. We've already got 2 episodes of that out. I mentioned I was going to try to do that more of a regular thing. Sounds like we can get everyone together about once a week, fairly regularly, so that's helping out pretty nice with that. Everyone's pretty happy with how that plays out. The neat thing about that is it really takes away from the normal rigmarole when it comes to Minecraft, and some players get into a bit of a slump with a gather resource, build thing, move on. Combat is certainly a nice pick-me-up, so to speak. It forces players to really start to engage, really think out of the box. If you've not tried Cluster Chunk, I highly recommend you give it a try. Get some players involved. Have some fun with it. It's a different take on really kind of sort of capture the flag, but not really. Capture the flag is not the right word. But it's a team combat effort. I believe the ideal is teams of 4. So far we've done a 2v3 and a 3v3, and it's worked out pretty nice. But you really start to see people thinking outside of the box because you get a limited amount of resources and a limited amount of time to think about how to use those resources. So it really starts to bring out a lot of the ingenuity in a lot of the players, which is awesome to see. Anyone can build anything given the amount of time and energy and whatever you want to spend towards it. I could make an amazing machine that automatically whatever's I want, whatever the time, all the time. But seeing someone think quickly like that, kind of MacGyver-ish, you know what I'm saying? So you got flint and steel, you got some sand, you got some gunpowder. A more veteran player might jump and say, "Oh, that's TNT, no problem. We can make a TNT cannon." But it's kind of nice to see less experienced players, come to that on their own and then start to think about cannons and think about other stuff outside the box. So that's pretty nifty. So pretty happy with that. Also sounds like, aside from Cluster Chunk, which we're doing once a week, I'm also going to be trying to start a new hardcore series. I don't know if hardcore maps or hardcore series are just bad television, or I'm not too sure what the deal with that is. I played hardcore several times. Doggone it. I played hardcore several times, and I've gotten quite far before I expired, I guess is the polite way to phrase that. Oop, I want that. So what I'm thinking is, one more. What I'm thinking is I want to get 2 or 3 or 4 maybe people involved, and the premise is going to be insanely simple. It's going to be, we're going to work as a team. We're going to try to slay the Ender Dragon. Yeah, I can talk. We're going to try to slay the Ender Dragon. If we can, We win, fantastic, series complete. However, I highly doubt it's going to be remotely that straightforward. I'm sure we're going to lose some people along the way, but it's going to be neat to see and have us all rely on each other as a team. Now that we're on server, Motley Craft server, whoops. Now that we're on the Motley Craft server, we all work together, but we're not, relying on each other to survive. In a hardcore survival, that's definitely going to be the case. So that's going to be a nice thing to see and try to cooperate with everybody. So, not like we have to really try either. We're all good friends, but, it's one thing to have someone as a neighbor, but to really rely on someone for food and defense and stuff is something else entirely. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. So we've got some resources, a little bit of cleanup. I'll work on the sheeps later. I need a little more wool, but I wanted to introduce you to this. And if you've seen any of my episodes, you'll realize everything is gone. All the chests, everything. And what I've been working on the past several days is this. Proper storage. I was running out of chest room like crazy. I had just random one-off chests all over the place, and it was getting a real bother. Real pain in the butt. So this isn't probably the most ingenious nor the most efficient, but again, if you've seen me play this game, you know I'm not the fanciest or the best or whatever. I go for functional designs, they work, they're clean, they look nice. And that's really about all there is to it. So I've categorized row by row, kind of like, I tried to make it like a library with a bit of a signage here and some sort of an indication. So let's just take a quick tour. We've got ender pearls, armor, and tools. So real simple, item frames, fairly standard. Then a sign, of course, outside with what's here. So picks, weapons, miscellaneous tools, that sort of a thing. So then a sign on the other side as well. So if I need to expand down another row, I easily can. It's 3x3 all the way, and you'll see that right here. So 3 wide, I should say. Crafting chest, or crafting table, right at the bookends here, so to speak. So that works out pretty nice. So we got miscellaneous, dirt, grass, and snow. So I'm just trying to fill in items. These aren't all filled to capacity yet, as I'm sure you could guess. I just got this just about finished. At least the framework for it. So real simple stuff. So that way if anyone needs resources, they can easily come down, see what they see. And that's really about it. So this last row is stone product. And this last one here is wood product. And I don't believe I've got anything on this other side. Nope. Tried to keep it sort of like a mining feel to it. Individual wood beams go all the way up. Birch was a real nice touch. It adds a really dark feel to it. I believe that's birch. Spruce. Oh man, I am not good with that either. Yeah, you can see a lot of empty stuff and then just miscellaneous wood products out here. So I think it has a nice feel to it. Maybe that's a few too many torches, but I think it looks good down the long hallway. So that's new. That took me a bit of time to get started, but now we've got a bit of an archival system for items. I guess that's how I'm going to say that. So we have ore and food here, seeds and stuff. I don't think I really have anything down here. Some redstone down there, which I already showed you. So here were my furnaces. Just got those stacked up real lazy-like. Ender chest, wasn't too sure what to do with. This is some rigmarole I don't know where to put. You got to make that fine distinction whether you say these things are miscellaneous or you make a chest for just leather product as well. Or, do you get all the clay together and say, oh, these are all buildable things or whatever. So you got to make that clear distinction early on or you're going to be running over your own stuff. So, enchanting table I just threw down. Brew station. Some miscellaneous brewables. That's what I'm going to call that. Brewables. I like that. Then, of course, anvil. And then I wanted to work on my netherwort collection. Because I wouldn't mind filling a chest with that as well. Certainly would be nice to get to a point where I've got several brew stations going on. And then I don't need to bother with this stuff at all. So I think I've got a good start on that. What have I got? 4 stacks of netherwort. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. So let's just go ahead and put this away real quick. And if I remember where I put stuff, here's our spruce. Oop, give me those. Alright, we got oak here. Birch is up there. I've also been keeping the seeds with the appropriate wood. I think that's a lot easier than just having a seedling bin or something. I think this works out a lot easier for me because if I come in here and I say, well, I need a ton of birch and I'm going to need a lot. Well, oh no, I don't have more than 5 stacks, 6 stacks here, whatever. I'm going to need a bunch more. So this is a one-stop shop. So I kind of like how that looks. So any feedback would be appreciated. If you guys have any ideas, any suggestions, this is just the start. So I wanted to move all the supplies down here, get that all squared away. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue dozing the front of this castle, or this fort, and start to get some stuff cleaned up. This looks blocky, this looks boring, it looks plain, and this front gate here blends right in with the front wall, so it's kind of hard to tell what's what. So I'm still really happy that I took down the spawner. If you remember the big arch spawner over there. Oops, there we go. So that makes it look a little less ridiculous. So I'm not too sure how I want the final structure to look like, but this certainly needs a little bit of cleanup. So either way, I think that covers everything. Again, still really excited for 1.5. Yeah, so thanks for joining me, guys. Just wanted to give you a quick update. And gonna try to make this a tradition. Probably not gonna be good at it, but here we go. End the episode with some fishing. So yeah. I'll catch you later, guys. Appreciate you watching. See ya.